This episode is dedicated to the memory of Jamin Pugh, better known as Jay Briscoe, who died this past Tuesday. Our thoughts, condolences, and our prayers are extended to the Briscoes family at their time of mourning. On to the rest of the show. Hello, everybody, and a pleasant good afternoon, evening, or wherever you may be listening to this. I'm Ben Charles. This is the second installment of the Life's Opening Radio Rope Break Roundup series. So you're going to see a lot of these in case of all the episodes. Cabo was originally supposed to join me for AEW, so we could review AEW Dynamite, but instead, Cabo has decided not to show up. I don't blame him. He's grieving and, whatever, because of the loss of Jay Briscoe. I think that's a legit reason.
While I am sad for Jay Briscoe, that is not the reason why I wasn't able to be on here. It was because school started on Wednesday, and I'm in matric now, and already we're getting dished out a lot of work to do. So I didn't have time to take any notes or watch Dynamite, so sorry, that's why I'm not on here. But I am sad for Jay Briscoe. Just clearing that, just clarifying that.
I think it's been a rough week for all of us. I don't know how anybody could focus on wrestling knowing that a wrestler who died in a car accident and all that other stuff. I talked about it very briefly on my podcast in a bonus episode, Mysteries of Life podcast. Go check that out. I didn't really talk about, the whole situation because I wanted to get away from it. But at the end of the day, life must go on, and this review must go on. I don't want to make anybody feel sad or have any somber thoughts. This is clearly a platform where I try my very best to entertain all of you. Monday Night Raw from Cincinnati, January 16th, 2023. This is the same place where Hangman Adam Page broke his fucking neck. And there you go. Kevin Patrick, who is fucking terrible on commentary. There's a lot of get off my TV tonight. So this is the first one. Kevin Patrick, get off TV! Thank you. Moving on. We have a 6-way elimination match in the main event between Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, who is still employed, Baron Corbin, who is still employed, Finn Balor, who is not even 100%. Why the fuck is he in this match? And The Miz, who is still fucking employed. The Bloodline came out. Bloodline, they do their typical stuff. The Bloodline is in your city. Who cares? Anyway, they talk about their tag team title run. And then Judgment Day comes out. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Judgment Day, honestly, because right now, Judgment Day, with the way they're being booked, they're kind of getting over with the crowd. They're like it's not like they're heels all the way. I feel like they're getting over with the crowd. I don't like the Judgment Day right now being turned into almost a good, an anti-hero kind of thing. It'll be kind of weird. It'll be really weird how they do it. I don't like it at all. Anyway, they need to... Oh, by the way, the Usos addressed what happened on Friday. Kevin Owens cannot cross the tribal chief and get away with it. I'm sorry. He'll learn that at the Rumble. They also have some big plans for Raw 30. Jimmy Uso says, and I quote, "Every generation of the Bloodline will be in attendance for an acknowledgement ceremony for Roman Reigns." Yes, which means every generation of the Bloodline will acknowledge Roman Reigns. The Wild Samoans, who are still alive, by the way, not making this up. The Wild Samoans, Rikishi. Now, I have a question. Is The Rock going to be there? A lot of people are saying The Rock will be at Raw 30. We don't know that yet. I mean, if he is, that it pretty much sets itself up. Anyway, they'll defend the tag team titles against Judgment Day. They're going to beat the Judgment Day because they're the shits. and they are the ones. The Judgment Day comes out. Rhea Ripley tells the Usos to shut the hell up. That's not actually what she said, but close enough. Finn Balor say not only do they run the show, but they ran the gauntlet last week. Yes, I did talk about that last week. The Judgment Day gets in the ring. They want to thanks the ex-con Dom. First of all, stop right there. That was the most cringiest line I've heard all fucking night. Ex-con Dominic Mysterio. We are really taking Dominic Mysterio as an ex-convict. We're taking this seriously. Dominic Mysterio, get off TV! Who writes this shit? Let me calm down, everybody. Damian Priest tells Balor to be cool. Priest says those red belts will be coming home to Raw. Dominic says he smells fear from the Usos. The Usos are never scared of anybody. And they began their title run by beating Rey and Dominic Mysterio. I forgot when that happened. I know that happened during the pandemic. I forgot when they won the belts. Anyway, Judgment Day will be also welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Mysterio hears him talking, but he wouldn't let him miss in the cell with the prisoners he was with. Dominic, shut the hell up! You about this fucking prison shit! Shut up! Solo Sikoa gets in his face. Rhea Ripley pushes Mysterio. Ripley stares down Solo Sikoa. And the match is made official. Rhea Ripley versus Solo Sikoa next week. Which I will review, by the way. Which was awesome. They brawl. Judgment Day and the Bloodline. They brawl. Solo Sikoa sets the hitter with a Samoan spike. Mustafa Ali blindsides him with a dive off the top rope. I am really liking Solo Sikoa. A lot. Like a whole lot. I'm liking it. It was a good opener, but Dominic Mysterio, get off my fucking television. Solo Sikoa versus Mustafa Ali. This match went 8 minutes. I gave this match a 5, and logic 1 because Solo Sikoa needed a fucking win, and there was no reason for Mustafa Ali to have a match tonight against, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa was going to beat his ass. This match went 8 minutes, and Solo Sikoa beat him with the Samoan spike. Next, Kevin Owens is furious backstage. He gets in the ring and hits Solo Sikoa with a stunner. Then he throws him out the ring and lays him on the commentary table. The Usos stop him. WWE officials run down and stop Owen. The Bloodline retreats. Next, Bobby Lashley backstage. There's only one Almighty. It's being an elimination match, which means 5 hurt locks to put people out. Austin Theory can put as many obstacles in his way. They will meet again. So we are still having Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory feud. How long have Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory been fighting each other? Oh, I don't know. Since May? Am I correct? These motherfuckers have been feuding since May. Can this feud end already? Ridiculous. Raw 30 is next week, which I will review. Cody Rhodes is back. He announces he's coming back for the Royal Rumble. Yes, Cody Rhodes is back, and apparently his rehab went so well, and he was out in June. Yeah, June or July, one of those two. Then he, did his rehab, he did everything, and he's back for the Rumble. Great. But I have a problem with that, because Cody Rhodes, he should be a surprise. The Royal Rumble is becoming predictable this year, and I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. We're having fucking qualifying matches. We have bullshit-ass people saying they're going to be in the Royal Rumble. Oh, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. Oh, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. None of you fucking 29 men is winning the motherfucking Royal Rumble. Shut the hell up. Shut up, all of you. Make me sick with that shit. Stop it. Elias backstage. Elias still employed. MVP walks out, bumps into Elias. MVP tells Elias not to bother Pierce about the Royal Rumble. Elias thinks MVP is talking about himself, and he hasn't been relevant in the ring in years. Yes, we're insulting a man who was literally a manager and had to get knee surgery last year, and we're talking about him being relevant in the ring again. Why? Elias, I understand you're trying to make a joke here, but First of all, we don't need you making jokes. Elias, you're a joke you're in yourself. You've been a joke for the last fucking 6 years. Who the fuck cares about Elias Sampson? Who? Elias, MVP says if he keeps talking, he'll get a match with the 2023 Royal Rumble winner. It was Elias versus Omos. No rating. Match went 2 minutes. Get the fuck off my TV. The both of you. Street Profits versus Cedric Alexander. This was actually a good match. It was a relatively short match, but this match went 7 minutes. No problem. This was a good match. Do I really have to go through this entire match? Not really, because you all know where this is leading to. The Street Profits are going to win this match. So yeah, that's that. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford got the win on Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. So the Hurt Business is slowly getting back together. But I am not fucking with Omos being associated with MVP. Get Omos off fucking TV. We do not need Omos as in the Hurt Business. If y'all are gonna reform, we do not need Omos in the Hurt Business. I don't know what the fuck are y'all thinking about, but this is ridiculous. Stop. We do not need Omos in the Hurt Business. Whoever thinks Omos should be in the Hurt Business, you need to stop watching wrestling. Seriously. You need to get a life, get a hobby, go play basketball, go play baseball, go play football. I don't care. Stop watching wrestling if you think Omos should be in the Hurt Business. Because this man should not be on fucking TV at all. Get him the fuck out of this company. Get him out of here. I'm sick of Omos. I'm sick of the Nigerian nightmare. This motherfucker is a nightmare every fucking week. He's on television. Get him out of here. Kathy Keller backstage with the Judgment Day. Chad Gable comes out and sorry. Shoosh! There you go. Chad Gable says he couldn't believe his cauliflower ears when he heard they ran through the Raw Tag Team division. Chad Gable said they stole that win from them last week. Rhea Ripley gets in his face and wants him to walk away. Dominic says he's been pumping iron all day. That's a fucking lie. Damian Priest tells Gable and Otis to walk away, or they won't make it to the ring. Gable says Otis hasn't gotten his stuff today, so that's a good idea. Chad Gable and Otis, I'm beginning to like them a whole lot now. Now hold on. I know what y'all gonna be saying. But Ben, you've been criticizing the Alpha Academy for the last 8 months. What have you been talking about? Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, player. I'm sounding like Teddy Long over here. Alpha Academy, they are slowly turning babyface now. I like that idea, but there's one problem. Is Chad Gable going to embrace Otis with his wackiness, with his aggression? You know, I want Otis to be, you know, have some fun, have a good time. I mean, Otis got a bigger reaction pretty much he's ever gotten in his career in WWE. You know, this is Otis we're talking here. Otis, a guy who has been left for dead on Monday Night Raw, and all of a sudden he's genuinely getting over with the crowd. And I like that. Chad Gable and Otis, I hope you guys get wins from here on out. I know y'all lost here tonight to the Judgment Day. No problem. Y'all won't get any complaints out of me. But my man, y'all need some wins. After this Judgment Day bullshit, y'all need some wins. Anyway, this next segment. Oh my god. This was the worst segment on this show. Becky Lynch and Bayley cut back and forth promos at each other. Lynch gets in the ring and calls that dope Bayley out. Dope is a nasty insult in Ireland, as Kevin Patrick points out. That was the best thing he said all day. Lynch calls Bayley a Karen. Why are we calling people Karen in 2023? Who wrote this fucking segment? Was it Bruce Pritchard? Was it Triple H? Was it Road Dogg? Was it Shawn Michaels? Was it fucking Kevin Dunn? Who the fuck wrote this segment? What the fuck was this segment? This sucked! We're calling people Karen in 2023. Bayley isn't understanding what a Karen is. Lynch says she's an entitled idiot with a bad haircut. Corey Graves says he has an Aunt Karen. Not important. Damage control getting in the ring. Becky, gets her name chanted. Bayley says Lynch is calling her name, but this sounds like a bitter reaction as she lost to her and still has no friends. Lynch has an arena full of friends. They all think Bayley is a sour-faced dope that peaked in 2015. Bayley says 2015 was when she was running NXT, while Lynch ran to the main roster and stole her spot. So I'm liking that callback. Bayley says she was robbed by Lynch. Lynch took her spot on Raw, SmackDown, and WrestleMania. Everything Lynch has should be hers. No, Bayley, Okay, hold on. Stop right here. So you're telling me that Becky at WrestleMania 32, you're telling me, Bayley, that you deserve to be in that match. First of all, that WrestleMania match between Mercedes, Charlotte, and Becky, that was one of the best matches on that entire show. I'm letting y'all know. That was one of the best matches on that entire show. The one thing I think, this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't feel like Bayley would have fit. I feel like Bayley would have been buried a whole lot more in 2016. So I think that's why it happened. So I really liked that WWE held her back. Good. And Bayley is still popular anyway. So great. Lynch wasn't supposed to be the man, change the game, or be the first woman to main event WrestleMania. But she did because she works harder than everyone else. She'll do it. She can't do it anymore. Lynch challenges Becky to a steel cage match on next week, which we will review. And it will be on Raw 30. There you go. Dolph Ziggler is warming up backstage. Man, Mustafa Ali comes up to him. Ziggler says no one gets anything handed to them from one professional to another. He doesn't have time for Ali today. Ali beats his ass and asks if he has his attention now. Dolph Ziggler looks upset. Mustafa Ali is turning heel and no one fucking cares. As I mentioned early on, Elias versus Omos, no rating, I already said. Judgment Day versus Alpha Academy, this match went 12 minutes, this was good. This was a very good match. Really all you need to know is that Dominic Mysterio pulled Chad Gable off the apron, but Gable hit a belly-to-belly suplex on the floor. Priest hit Otis with the South of Heaven chokeslam off the second rope, which was awesome. Gable runs in and hits a beautiful German suplex. Mysterio Dominic attacks Gable, but Gable locks him in an ankle lock. Rhea Ripley distracts the referee. Priest chokeslam Gable. Dominic wins for his team, and the Judgment Day will fight the Usos next week for the Raw Tag Team titles. This next match, Io Sky versus Mia Yim. There was a lot of people calling her Michin. Io Sky with Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim with Candice LeRae on the outside. I didn't care about this match. This match went 4 minutes. Mia Yim won. Mia Yim hit Eat Defeat on Io Sky, and one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions loses clean on live national television. Please retire the Women's Tag Team titles. Please. Bianca Belair is back. She cuts a promo when we come back from break. Bianca says if it was up to her, she would never miss an episode of Monday Night Raw, which is a lie because Monday Night Raw for the last 2 weeks has been fucking horrible. She would do it again and again because every wish comes with the reward of being Raw Women's Champion. Bianca Belair says she wasn't here last week, but heard everything she had to say. Alexa Bliss comes out to a remixed version of her theme, which is fucking awful, by the way. Alexa Bliss is get off my TV material, and it's not even June yet. We're not even at WrestleMania season. She's already get off TV. Bianca fears her because she doesn't know what she'll do next. Bianca asks if Bliss really wants to be 29 of the women to wait for a title shot, or does she wants to face her at the Royal Rumble for the Raw Women's Championship. Belair says Bliss wants to be in control, so this is her chance, and she'll see her at the Rumble. And Bianca Belair beats the fucking shit out of Alexa Bliss. They brawl. This was a very good brawl, by the way. Belair rises up behind her after Bliss sending her into the crowd. Belair pulls her in the crowd and kicks the fucking shit out of her. And then Uncle Howdy shows up, and Bliss turns evil again. She DDTs Bianca, and there you go. This was good until the Uncle Howdy nonsense. Uncle Howdy is already good off my TV material. I don't know. Akira Tozawa versus Bronson Reed. This match went 3 minutes and it was awesome. Yes, it was fucking great. I actually did like Bronson Reed in this match. Bronson Reed needs to face smaller guys like Akira Tozawa, who is still employed, by the way. Bronson Reed needs to fucking destroy everybody, which is exactly what needs to happen. Get him the fuck away from The Miz. He is a fucking machine on his own. This match went 3 minutes. I'll give this match a 5. Wrestling 3, Logic 1. Bronson Reed. This didn't go too long, but I liked the physicality of Bronson Reed. Oh, by the way, did I rate Io Sky Mia Yim yet? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Io Sky Mia Yim, I gave that match a 4 and Logic a 1 because Mia Yim was going to win anyway. Really? No, actually, change that. Wrestling 4, Logic 0 because the women's champion lost clean. Judgment Day versus Alpha Academy, I gave that match a 6 and Logic a 4. It was a good match. It was actually the best match on the show. So, there you go. No, second best match on the show. I apologize. Main event was good, too. Bronson Reed beats Akira Tozawa in 3 minutes. Awesome. Main event. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Miz, still employed. Dolph Ziggler, still employed. Baron Corbin, still employed. Bobby Lashley, he is unfortunately still employed. Him being booked in this fucking company like a fucking goon. I don't get it. Oh, by the way, Raw 30 is next week. They show graphics of The Undertaker, Ric Flair, Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass off my fucking TV, Road Dogg. Get out of here. Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Ron Simmons, Teddy Long. Teddy Long was about to make another tag team match player. Tonight, you will face Finlay. Head ass. Get the fuck out of here. Teddy Long on Raw 30. Get out of here. Alright, this was a really good main event. They got a lot of time for this main event. So, all you need to know, this was an elimination match. The Miz gets eliminated first, rightfully so. There was a lot of good action in this match. I really can't go over this match. Miz gets eliminated. Dolph Ziggler was eliminated by Rollins. Hold on. Finn Balor is eliminated by Rollins. Baron Corbin eliminated by Lashley. And then Lashley spears Seth Rollins for the win. Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title at Raw is 30. Raw is 30. First of all, just say the 30th anniversary of Raw. We don't need Raw is 30, okay? We don't need to say that. Alright. I'm going to give the main event a 7 and Logic a 5. It was okay. Alright. A recap of Monday Night Raw very briefly. This is the finish to every match. Solo Sikoa versus Mustafa Ali, clean pin. Street Profits versus Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, clean pin. Omos beat Elias in 2 minutes, no rating, clean pin. Judgment Day Alpha Academy, distraction finish, not a clean pin. Judgment Day won. Mia Yim beat Io Sky, clean. Bronson Reed beat Akira Tozawa in 3 minutes, clean. And Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins eliminated 4 other men and still lost the match to Bobby Lashley. And, okay. And that was that. Alright, everybody. That's Monday Night Raw. We're going to go into AEW Dynamite right after this. Alright, everybody. We're going to review AEW Dynamite from Fresno, California on January 18th, 2023 in Fresno, California. First of all, Fresno, California, y'all deserve a round of applause at this time. Y'all were magnificent on this show. Y'all were hot, red hot crowd. Y'all had a good time. And I hope you all enjoyed that incredible AEW Dynamite show in Fresno, California. Here is the part where a lot of get off my TV happens. Oh my God. Okay, listen. You know, I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like a lot of people were focused on something else that wasn't AEW Dynamite. And that's fine. But how can you focus on AEW Dynamite knowing that one of the best to ever do it is no longer with us, and we have our first match for the All Atlantic Championship. Orange Cassidy, who is still employed, Jay Lethal, who is still employed. The running gag on this show is Jay Lethal does not get a title shot before Trent Beretta, Kip Sabian, Konosuke Takeshita, Bandito. Jay Lethal did not get a title shot for the All Atlantic Championship. Somebody is listening to Life's Opening Radio Rope Break because Jay Lethal got a title shot. And it's now time for another edition of What the Fuck Did He Do to Get a Title Shot? Hit my music! What the fuck did Jay Lethal do to get an All-Atlantic Championship match? Here are your multiple choice answers. There are only 3 answer choices this time, not 4. We're gonna make it easier for everybody, so we're gonna figure this out. Anyway, Jay Lethal got a TNT champion. I wish he got a TNT Championship match. He got an All-Atlantic Championship match with the following answer choices. What the fuck did he do to get a title shot? 1. Called out Orange Cassidy on Twitter. 2. Attacked the Best Friends on Rampage. 3. And number 3. Jeff Jarrett was involved with Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal asked for a title shot against Orange Cassidy because of what happened on Rampage. That Paul Hauser goon got fucking clobbered with a guitar. Good. Anyway, I'll give you all 10 seconds to figure this out. Fuck JK. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your multiple choice answers at this time. 1. He called out Orange Cassidy on Twitter. 2. He attacked him on Dark Elevation. And 3. Jay Lethal asked for a title shot because of what happened on Rampage. If you guess number 3, Jay Lethal asked for a title shot because of what happened on Rampage, you are correct. And that concludes another edition of What the Fuck Did He Do to Get a Title Shot? Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Jeff Jarrett, get off TV. Sanjay Dutt, get off TV. Oh, okay, first of all, there's a lot of still employed on this show. Jay Lethal, still employed, got a title shot for no reason. Jeff Jarrett, still employed, got a title shot for no reason. Get off TV, please. Sanjay Dutt, still employed. Satnam Singh, still employed. Jake Hager, still employed. Best Friends, still employed. Trent Beretta, still employed. Chuck Taylor, still employed. Danhausen, still fucking employed. Get him out of here. What the fuck was this fucking match? Oh my god! This match went 9 minutes. No one cared. Orange Cassidy won. There was a stipulation. I gotta calm down. Let me calm down for a sec. Let me really calm down. There was a stipulation that if Jeff Jarrett, Sanjay Dutt, or Satnam Singh got involved, they would all be fired. I was begging, pleading with Jeff fucking Jarrett to get across that barricade and legit get Sanjay Dutt fired. I was waiting for the day that motherfucker gets fired. Get him off my fucking television. Unbelievable. Orange Cassidy is still All-Atlantic champion. No one cared. I did not care. Oh my god. Anyway, Top Flight versus the Young Bucks. This was a good match. I gave wrestling for the first match. Orange Cassidy, Jay Lethal. I gave this a 4. Logic 1. Maybe. Yeah, no one cared. Top Flight versus the Young Bucks. Out comes the oh no. Out come the Guns, who are still employed. They get in the ring and tell the fans to show respect, as they are the best tag team in the world. the best tag team in the world. Oh my goodness. The Gun Club. Get off my fucking television. Fuck you. Best tag team in the world. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Alright, the Acclaim came out. Alright, the Guns tell them to cut their music. They don't want to hear a rhyme. The Acclaim extra fans, they came to hear the Guns talk or a freestyle. They cut a freestyle about how the Guns got a job in AEW because of their dad. Of course they did. They get into a ring and fight breaks out. Billy Gunn breaks it up. Billy says he is sick and tired of his kids whining, and the Acclaimed are tag team champions, so he says, and I quote, to start acting like tag team champions. May I please ask, what the hell does that even mean? What do you mean acts like tag team champions? The Gun Club literally insulted these guys. The Guns, by the way, they said, and I quote, they made the Acclaim popular. Yeah, because we all gotta get the rub by the Gun Club. Oh man, get the fucking Gun Club off my fucking television. For fuck's sakes. Next week they'll sit down and hash it out. 2 words for him. Family therapy. Jake Hager, still employed. Get off my fucking TV. Versus Ricky Starks. This match went 8 minutes. All you need to know is that Ricky Starks got some offense. Matt Menard and Angelo Parker, who are also still employed, unfortunately. Ricky Starks, I don't know if Ricky Starks is hurt or not because he messed up his ankle when he was when he did a stupid spot. Other than that, I don't know. By the way, wait, hold on. Top Flight of the Young Bucks are announced. I'm not talking about the match yet. Before Jake Hager, Ricky Starks, Wrestling 5, Logic none, because I didn't care about this match. Plus, none of this makes sense. Renee backstage with Adam Page. He tells her physically he's fine, but when the win against Moxley, he had his word backing of wanting to beat him. Renee mentioned how Moxley said he pushes him to be better. Page says he understands the nature of wrestling. In their first match, he got put to sleep, but he made a joke about it, did Moxley. But Page knocked him out and got the win. That's how he feels. Hangman Adam Page says he has some conversation he doesn't want to have about his future. He asks her how Moxley's doing, as she says he has been hurt for 10 years, but he will brush it off. Page was going to say something, but he says it's stupid and walks away. Here's what I would have said. Honestly. Adam Page should have said to Renee that when Jon Moxley gets back, I will kick his ass again and again and again. That's exactly what he should have said. I would like for Hangman Adam Page to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm tired of him just talking about, his concussion thing. Like, can we please get the Hangman Adam Page that, we all liked a lot? Apparently, Top Flight versus the Young Bucks. This was a fine match. Top Flight got put over by the Young Bucks, which is always a very nice thing. Was this the second best match on the show? Absolutely the hell not. No, it was not. Anyway, Top Flight beat the Young Bucks. I gave that match a 7 and Logic a 4. Top Flight won. And by the way, your referee was Rick Knox, who is still a goon. And referee, by the way, for Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal, Stephon Smith, who I gotta do this for him. Stephon Smith, fucking goon! Sorry. Bryan Danielson versus Bandito. Oh, before that, sorry. Jericho Appreciation Society backstage with Tony Schiavone. Next week it will be Starks and Action Andretti versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Darren Garcia, if he beats Action Andretti on Rampage, then Darren Garcia will take Sammy Guevara's spot next week on Dynamite. Next, Bryan Danielson versus Bandito. This was the best match on this show. Oh my goodness, this was great. This was the best match on this entire show. I'm actually gonna take notes for this match. The bell rings. An armbar by Bryan, but Bandito gets out of it. Both men exchange submissions, and Bandito gets him in the Mexican surfboard. Bryan gets out. Bryan with a kick onto Bandito's left leg. Bryan stomps on his legs as both men slowly get to their feet. Bryan with a sunset flip. Bandito kicks out. Bandito trips Bryan and both men to their feet again. Kicks by Bryan. He runs to the ropes, but Bandito with a hip toss. He grabs Bryan's legs, but Bryan rolls to the outside. Bandito runs to the ropes and does the tope suicida. Gets back in the ring. Bandito runs and hits a senton over the top rope onto Bryan Danielson. Bandito then throws him back into the ring, and we go to break. Both men exchange chops to the chest. Bryan with an uppercut with kicks. He runs towards Bandito. Bandito hits a super kick. Another kick by Bandito. He grabs Danielson and lands a delayed vertical suplex, which was great. He goes for the cover. He kicks out at 2. Bandito climbs top rope, goes for a frog splash. Bryan got his knees up. Bryan with the label lock, but Bandito gets to the bottom rope. Danielson hits the kicks of doom, as I would like to call it. He goes for another, but Bandito blocks it, pushes Danielson away. Danielson runs towards Bandito, but Bandito catches him with a knee strike right to the face, which was a great spot. Bandito runs to the ropes, goes for a German. Bryan lands on his feet. Bryan rolls him up, another 2 count. Bryan with a drop toe hold, but Bandito reverses it into a cover, another kick out. He runs towards Danielson, but Bryan throws him to the outside. Bryan on the ring apron hits him with a flying knee off the apron. He rolls Bandito back in the ring. He climbs the top rope, but Bandito catches him with a mean right hand, which was cool. Bandito on the second rope, and he slams Bryan onto the mat. Then Bandito then hits the 21 plex, which is a slingshot German suplex. He goes for the cover. Bryan Danielson kicks out at 2.5. Both men exchange rights. Bandito with a super kick, which was cool. He lifts Bryan Danielson up for something, but Bryan lands on his feet. Danielson goes for the bell lock. Bandito lifts him up out of thin air, by the way, which was fucking great. Danielson then rolls out of it. He goes into the corner. Psycho knee. 1, 2, 3. Bryan Danielson beats Bandito clean. And Bryan Danielson gets the win, which was cool. I gave this match a 8.5. And logic, I'll give it a 5. Because they didn't really tell a lot of psychology in this match. So that goes down a lot. Alright, Bryan Danielson wins. MJF shows up. Of course he does. He says he's not going to come out, but he hears and sees what Bryan says about him, about how he's not worth his position in the company. But people forgot about who he is and how he became world champion. So think about all the moments he has given everyone. He tells Bryan the closer we get to Revolution, the match Bryan thinks he wants, the more MJF's max will begin to slip off, and no one wants that. Bryan may think he's a dragon, but not even a dragon. It is a match for the monster behind the mask. MJF sounded a little bit more sinister in this promo, which was cool. I don't really have a lot to say other than another typical MJF promo. Alright, Willow Nightingale, which I have advocated for Willow Nightingale to be on TV more. Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm. This was a solid match for what it was. It was way too short, though. This match went 6 minutes, I believe. No, not 6 minutes. This match went, I believe, 8 minutes. I believe. I don't know. Did I give a rating? Yeah, I gave a rating for the last match. Nightingale had some offense. She had a body attack. She did a lot of big girl stuff. Not the, Willow Nightingale is a very bulky. Well, okay, I don't want to be fucking, Jesus Christ. Willow Nightingale used her body to attack Toni Storm a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. There you go. Toni Storm then. Wait. Okay, yeah. So Toni Storm hit a clothesline. She did another hip attack, and Toni Storm went for a power driver. Willow Nightingale counters, and then Toni Storm gets a little bit of help from Saraya. Saraya again gets on the apron. She distracts the referee, who is Stephon Smith, who's still a fucking ghoul. Toni Storm rolls up Willow Nightingale with the tights. 1, 2, 3. Willow Nightingale lost clean. Well, not really clean, but, still. Willow Nightingale lost. Why? I don't know. I gave this match 5, logic 2, because Saraya and Toni Storm, I feel like they're turning heel. Because Saraya and Toni Storm both attacked Willow Nightingale. So I am liking Saraya being a heel, but I have no idea where will this lead to. What's gonna happen, and stuff like that. We gotta wait and see. But I do know that Ruby Soho and Willow Nightingale versus Saraya and Toni Storm is something I want to see. So there you go. All right, main event: Darby Allin versus Kushida. This was a match I was highly intrigued in. It was the main event of the show. Darby Allin came out with Sting. Kushida came out with Kevin Knight and the DKC from the LA Dojo in New Japan, which is cool. Kushida focused on the arm a lot in this match, and I really liked this match a whole lot. This was the best match on the show, in my honest opinion, and they got a lot of time. Both guys did, and it was cool. So, Kushida staying on the arm, staying on the shoulder. Darby ducks. He throws Kushida into the barricade off a baseball slide. Darby runs into the ring. Kushida hits him with another kick and then an arm bar. Kushida with a forearm to the face goes for a Pele, but Darby moves out the way. Darby hits code red, but Kushida kicks out. Kushida rolls to the outside of the ring. Darby goes on the top rope, hits a senton onto the guys outside the ring. On Kevin Knight and DKC. Kushida slams Darby's shoulder onto the man on the outside. We go to break. Darby hits a scorpion death drop on Kushida. Got no reaction. Darby runs to the ropes, but Kushida kicks him to the outside of the ring. By the way, this Fresno, California crowd in the main event, they were tired. And they were really quiet for this match, which was unusual. But at the end of the day, a quiet crowd can sometimes help out in a main event. Because, you're more focused on the story of the match. The story of the match is that Darby Allin has one arm. And he has to do everything in his power to make sure Kushida does not try to break this man's arm. That's the whole story of the match. I like that. Good. Darby flips over Kushida, hits him with a stunned millionaire on the apron, which was cool. Darby grabs a steel chair. I thought this match was going to be thrown out. Bryce Rensburg was the referee in the main event. Who's a goon, by the way. He sits Kushida on it. Darby gets back into the ring after Kushida counters. Darby climbs the top rope for no reason, and he runs right into an armbar, which was unnecessary on the outside. Bryce Rensburg countered to 7 before Darby Allin got back in. He counted back to 9, gets back in the ring. Kushida hits Darby. He grabs Darby as Darby gets to the top rope, and both men fall onto the man into the ring. I think Kushida went for a hammerlock dragon suplex, which was very unique. Kushida goes for the hoverboard lock. Darby tries to block it. LA Dojo tried to throw the towel for Darby Allin, but instead they throw the towel to Sting, and they try to get it thrown in the ring. Sting throws it into the crowd. He's not having any of that garbage. Darby rolls out of it and rolls Kushida up with the last supper for the win with the one arm. And Darby Allin, still your TNT champion. I gave this match an 8 and Logic a 7. This was a good main event. The crowd was completely disinterested in this match. They were tired, but at the end of the day, I really didn't have any complaints about this main event. Good main event. Other than that, good AEW Dynamite, except for the opening match, probably, and the Gun Club and Jake Hager. Everything else, good show. And that is it for the Roundups edition for Rope Break. I will see you all. Okay. So next Sunday is the Royal Rumble. And we are going to build towards that. I don't really know what AEW hasn't planned. I have no clue, but I do know one thing. Thoughts and prayers out to the Briscoe family, and I hope that they, grieve in a way that, maybe I know they won't find closure, but it's going to be really hard for them to find closure, but I do know one thing, that the Briscoes will be missed by everybody, and myself included. R.I.P. Jay Briscoe, and to, no one else died, but, there were people hurt in this type of, people were hurt in a car accident, and extend my prayers and thoughts to those people at this time. And that's pretty much the end of the show, everybody. I'm Ben Charles on behalf of Cabo and Josh Jenkins. I'll see you all next week. We will review Raw 30 and AEW Dynamite, all within the same time span. No SmackDown review, no Rampage review, because first of all, Rampage sucks except for the match with Brian Cage and Willie Mack, which I will watch for myself. But other than that, no one cares about Rampage. And SmackDown is probably the more intriguing show. I will try to add SmackDown within the roundups, as time goes on. But no SmackDown review for next week. No Rampage review next week, obviously. Because it sucks. So, there you go. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. I'm Ben Charles. So long, everybody.